Hello friends, myself Professor Sadashit Chauhan, and this video is for the 11th standard CBSE board subject physics. We have started our chapter number 4, that is the motion in a two dimension, and today we'll see one topic for the vector addition. We know there are three methods for the vector addition, that are the triangle method, parallelogram method and the polygon method. Out of that we have learned about the triangle method, and today we are going to learn about the parallelogram method. Okay. So when we can use the parallelogram method or the vector addition? When the two vectors are given such that they are representing the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, like this. Suppose this is vector A and this is vector B. Then we have to find out the resultant of these two vectors. So for that purpose, first of all we have to complete this parallelogram. We will take one imaginary vectors. Okay. So in this is the vector B again, and this is the vector A. Okay. So when the two vectors are representing the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram and the angle between them is angle theta, then the resultant of these two vectors is given as the diagonal passing through the meeting point of the tails of the two vectors. Okay. So in this diagram, where is the meeting point of the tails of the two vectors? Look at this diagram. This is the meeting point for the tails of the two vectors. Okay. This is the vector A, this is the vector B, making an angle theta. So the resultant is given as the diagonal passing through the meeting point of the tails of the two vectors. Okay. So if we draw this, we will get one inclined line. This is the resultant vector R. Okay. So what is the parallelogram law for the vector addition? When two vectors are representing the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, adjacent sides of parallelogram, making an angle theta, with respect to each other, then the resultant is given by diagonal of a parallelogram passing through the meeting point of tails of two vectors. Okay, this is the law of parallelogram for the vector addition. When the two vectors are representing the adjacent sides of the parallelogram, this is vector A and this is the vector B. These are representing the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Then making an angle theta, this is the angle made by vector A and vector B with respect to each other, that is the angle theta. Then the resultant is given by the diagonal of parallelogram. Okay, the diagonal of a parallelogram passing through the meeting point of tails of two vectors. Passing through meeting point of tails of two vectors. So this vector R represents the diagonal of a parallelogram or the resultant of the vector A and vector B. Okay, so this is the statement for the parallelogram method of vector addition. Now we have to go for the magnitude and direction of the two vectors by using the parallelogram method. Okay, so for that purpose, just we have to make some changes in this diagram. Okay, so which changes we have to make here? Just we have to extend this line. Okay, and we have to draw one perpendicular from this point on this horizontal line. Is the perpendicular on this horizontal line. Let us name this. This is the point O. This is the point P, the point Q, the point R, is the point S. Okay. So if we look at this diagram, now we are having the two right angle triangles. The triangle QRS. This is the one right angle triangle. And the triangle QRO. This is the another right angle triangle. Okay, so look at this line. This line is making some angle with this horizontal. So how much will be that angle? This line is parallel to this line, and this line is making an angle theta with the horizontal, so that this line is also making an angle theta with the horizontal. So this angle will become angle theta. Okay, so now we are having the two triangles, triangle QRS and triangle QRO. Now first of all, we have to consider the triangle QRS. Okay, so in this triangle we have to find out some trigonometric considerations. Okay, what is the sine of the angle theta and what is the sine of the cos of the angle theta? Okay, so from this diagram, what is the sine of the angle theta? Sine of theta. What is the sine of any angle theta? It is equal to the opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay, it is opposite upon hypotenuse. So here sine of theta is equal to QR upon QS. Okay, so from this we will get the value of QR. What is the QR? QS is nothing but the vector A. So QR is given as A. And what is QS is sine of theta. Okay, this is QR is equal to A sine of theta. Similarly, what is the cos of angle theta from the same triangle? the triangle QRS, what is the cos of angle theta? Cos of theta. What is the cos of any angle? It is the adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent? It is SR upon QS. So from this, what is the SR? SR is equal to A cos of theta. Okay. SR is equal to A cos of theta. Okay. So this is from triangle QRS. Okay. Now we have to go for the next triangle. Okay. Before that, you can take the screenshot of this parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay. So next we have to consider the next triangle, that is the triangle QRO. Okay. In triangle, now in triangle QRO, again we have to apply the right angle triangle theorem. Okay. From triangle QRO, what is the hypotenuse? It is nothing but the resultant R. Okay. So accordingly, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, what is the resultant? R is equal to R square, or we can write it here simply R, because we have to take the magnitude. We have to find out the magnitude of the resultant. Okay, R square is equal to QR square plus OR square. Okay, QR square plus the OR square. Now if I put down the values, what is the QR? QR is nothing but the A sin theta. So write down here A sin of theta square plus, what is OR? OR is nothing but OS plus SR. So write down here OS plus SR square. Okay. Again we can write down it as A sin of theta square plus, what is OS? OS is B plus, what is SR? SR is A cos of theta. A cos of theta. Okay. Now by the simply geometrical laws, A square sin square theta plus, by applying the A plus B bracket square rule, B square plus A square cos square theta plus twice A B cos of theta. Now in this we are having one formula, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, this is sin square theta plus cos square theta. What is the sin square theta plus cos square theta? If we put this A square common, then we will get A square sin square theta plus cos square theta plus B square plus twice AB cos of theta. Now what is this term? Sin square plus cos square theta. It is nothing but equal to 1. Okay, so we will get R square is equal to A square plus b square plus twice ab cos of theta. Okay, r square is equal to a square plus b square plus twice ab cos of theta. Now we can write down it as r is equal to square root of a square plus b square plus twice a b cos of theta, and this is the expression for the magnitude of the resultant vector. Okay, this is about the magnitude of the resultant vector by using the parallelogram method. Okay, what is the formula for the magnitude? It is resultant r is equal to a square plus b square plus twice ab cos of theta. Okay, square root of these all terms, it will give us the value of the magnitude of the two vectors by using the parallelogram method of vector addition. Now this is the magnitude of the two vectors. Now what about the directions? How to find out the direction of the two vectors or the resultant vector? So for that, here this is the resultant we get after addition of the vector A and vector B by the parallelogram method. So if you look at this diagram, this resultant is making an angle alpha, or you can say making some angle with the vector B. Let us suppose that that angle is alpha. Okay, this resultant is making some angle alpha with the vector B. Now in that case, how to go for the direction? We know what is the direction of the resultant vector, just tan of the angle made by the resultant with respect to any vector. Okay, so accordingly we can find out the resultant. So let us suppose, just before that write down this formula. Okay, so in this, the tan of the angle made by the resultant with the vector is given by tan of alpha is equal to, from the diagram, what is the tan? Tan is opposite upon adjacent. So what is the opposite side? It is QR. It is QR. Upon adjacent it is OR. Okay. So from this, what is the alpha? Alpha is nothing but equal to tan inverse of, what is QR? QR is A sine of theta. And what is OR? OR is nothing but B plus A cos of theta. B plus A cos of theta. Okay, so by this we can get the direction of the resultant of the two vectors by using the parallelogram method. Okay, so in the parallelogram method, what is important that the two vector must represents the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram. Then we have to apply the right angle triangle rule by considering the two triangles. First triangle QRS, then triangle QRO. Okay. Accordingly, first we have to find out the magnitude and then we have to go for the direction. So while finding the magnitude, what is important? From the triangle QRS, first of all find out the value of this side and this side by using this theta. Okay, so we'll get this side SR is equal to A cos of theta. This is the adjacent side, and the value of this QR is equal to A sin of theta, opposite side of the angle theta. Then we have to go for the Pythagoras rule for the right angle triangle QRO. In that, the Pythagoras theorem gives us the formula, that is resultant, that is the hypotenuse is equal to under root of the addition of the square of the two sides, or you can write it as the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the square of the two sides. So accordingly we have written as the R square is equal to QR square plus OR square. Okay. Now we have the values of A sin theta, then OS plus SR, this gives us the second side, and then just put down the values we have derived from this triangle QRS. This is A sin theta plus OS plus SR square. What is the SR? It is nothing but the A cos of theta. Now, by using the formula A plus B square, we get here B square plus A square cos theta plus twice AB cos of theta. Then, we get the two terms for the geometrical equation having the one common term there. Just put down that term outside the bracket, then we will get sin square theta plus cos square theta as a one single equation, and we know the value of this geometrical equation, that is the sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we can directly write here as the R square is equal to A square plus B square plus twice AB cos of theta, so that we will get the magnitude of this resultant directly as the R is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus twice AB cos of theta. So this is about the magnitude. Okay, this is about the magnitude. Now how to find out the direction of the resultant? So for that purpose we have to consider the angle made by the resultant with respect to any one vector. So here we can put this vector B, and accordingly, as this is making an angle alpha with the vector B, just put down the tan of that angle alpha, which gives us the value of the direction of the resultant vector with respect to vector B. Okay. So by this way, by using the parallelogram method, we can find out the resultant and its magnitude and direction for the addition of the two vectors. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will learn about the polygon method for the vector additions. In the polygon methods, the polygon, this name itself suggests that when the vectors given are 3 or more than 3, then we can go for the polygon method. Okay. So we will cover that part in the next lecture. So this is about the parallelogram method for the vector addition. Thank you.